I think so. So I view McCabe as a guy value-wise that's like a younger Ekholm. Like he's a legit top 4 guy. That's his value around the league here.
Yep.
And I look at what Edmonton could potentially give up. I mean, they have their first-round pick for each of the next 3 years. If you're Ken Holland, do you not look at the first in 2025 when you're calling Nashville and use that if you're going, hey, the Leafs gave up this in the McCabe deal. So the retained salary in this, it's a total of $4 million over the next 2 years. So if you go to Nashville and you're like, hey, keep 1.5, that's $4.5 million, but spread out over 3 years. So I actually think that value is pretty close. Would you give up the second rounder this year and the first in 2025 for Ekholm?
Yeah. Yes. And then whatever it takes to get Jensen.
You want both of them?
Yes. Then we don't. Then we can deal with the bottom 6 issues and deal with fringe players on that. You get those 2, righty, lefty. That just like think about the push that does.
Well, part of the issue and the reason I don't think they can get both Ekholm and Jensen is to get Ekholm, you need, even if he's 1.5 retained, let's live in that hypothetical world for a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. He's 1.5 retained. He's down now at 4.75. We have a graphic with his cap at. Yeah, so he'll be at 4.75. You need to move out Fogle and Puljujarvi, and apparently Bob Stauffer hinted at this on his show today, Nashville's had interest in Kailer Yamamoto in the past. Maybe you don't even have to give up that much in terms of picks. Like I said, a first and a second. Maybe it's not that much. If it's Kailer Yamamoto going the other way, you find a side deal for Puljujarvi. You've now suddenly made the money work for Ekholm, but you've sacrificed 2 pieces of what is right now your top 11 in Puljujarvi and Yamamoto. So you need to find another forward somewhere. So I don't think they can unfortunately go and get both Jensen and Ekholm. But if you get Ekholm, I would throw
4 pieces. There's 2 of them.
Yeah, I would throw Yamamoto in that deal, and then I'd turn right around and I would flip another pick to go get a forward from wherever. Go get Domi.
Is there?
Yeah, Domi's such a thing. You can still get Domi even if you wouldn't got Jensen and Ekholm.
Yep.
Is there a forward on Nashville that could maybe come back this way? I was just looking here. Like,
so
is Trennan available? 1.75 for 2 more years.
I think
think of like things moving.
I see what you mean in the sense that if you're going to make the money work, but you want like a piece back to replace Fogle or Puljujarvi or Yamamoto, whoever's in the deal, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Trennan's fine. I think he's a little too expensive in terms of like what he brings. Like the name that Frank's talked about is Mikael Granlund, but he's too expensive.
It's a lot, $5 million.
It's way too much money.
2025.
Yeah. So I don't think there really is a forward in Nashville. Again, Jeannot would have been the guy, but I mean, now that we hear what he went for, like the package of both of them would have just been astronomical. There are a couple other new names in Frank's top 10 on the trade targets board. Adam Henrique is one of them. That's a forward who I'd be really interested in. And again, like if you talk about giving up significant assets at the deadline, I give up a lot more, and I'm way more comfortable parting ways with a Bourgault and multiple firsts and things like that. If you're going to go get Ekholm, who helps you for 3 more years, and if you can get Henrique at 50% retained and he helps you for another season after this one, just like part of the reason I love this Lafferty-McCabe deal for the Leafs is it's going to help you for multiple years. You're not just pushing your chips in for one run, you get bounced in the first round, and you're like, shit, why did we do all that? Yep. The deal won't burn you as bad, so you can give up more. Mm-hmm. I would love to see, if you give me my dream options, it's Henrique and Ekholm, however you need to make it work.